Hey there, it's Big Weather here. I'm in the newsroom for a moment. If you've been watching the governor's press conferences over the past couple of days, you might have seen the North Carolina Emergency Management Director, Mike Sprayberry, talking about a new website called FIMAN. It's short for the Flood Information Network, something or other. Basically, it's FIMAN dot NC, as in North Carolina, .gov. And if you go to that site, it will call up this. It's the Flood Inundation Mapping and Alert Network. So there, now we've got the official title. And this is really cool. You can go to the various river gauges around North Carolina that they're monitoring. So look, here's Fayetteville, the Cape Fear River at Fayetteville. We'll actually click on it and zoom into that area. And here's what I think is amazing about this software. Not only does it show us the river channel, which runs right through there, that's what the river would normally be in, but also it shows where it thinks the water will creep up to, and you can see it starts to creep out of its banks. It does cover a couple of bridges. If we go in over here on this part of the map, you notice the water treatment plant's up here just to the north, and it gets close to the water treatment plant. But if we go down into this particular bridge, it shows blue up over the bridge saying, hey, in this area, we think the Cape Fear River is going to back up enough, and it could. Some of the projections are showing now that the Cape Fear River could end up 3.5 feet higher than Matthew did, and it would cover some of those bridges. So let's zoom this back out. I'm going to go to a different one real quick. It'll take the map a moment to catch up here. And we're going to go out to this area. And this is the Cape Fear River near Chinkapin. And if we go into this area, watch what happens to the map. This is amazing. It doesn't show a map. It actually shows just blue. And the reason it's doing that is because this particular data set is showing almost the entire area near Chinkapin underwater. Hundreds of buildings damaged and thousands of dollars worth of damage. And you can even do a gauge summary as one of your choices up there, and that will tell you how many buildings have been damaged. Like right now, let me go back. I know one down in Lumberton. Let's go back to Lumberton real quick. And here's the gauge in Lumberton, and it's showing purple, which means they're in major flooding status. We'll go down in, and so far, look at all of these buildings. It actually highlights all the buildings that will flood on the west side of town. It's got all the buildings, and so far, it is showing that over 800 buildings have been damaged in the Lumberton area along the Lumber River, and over $18 million in damage has occurred. And all of that information is available here on your website. Now, the last thing you can do, and this is kind of cool, they do have real-time weather radar. You can actually turn it on. It'll take it a moment to load all of that data, but as it shows the weather radar, it'll show what places are drying out and what places are raining. And depending on how much radar data there is, and there's a lot of it today, it may take it a little bit to load, but you can see it actually loads a radar loop. And at the moment that we're recording this, a little bit of dry slot over here southeast of Lumberton, but Lumberton continuing to get heavy rainfall. Hope that helps walk you through. I invite you to check out that website. Your tax dollars paid for it. Again, it's FIMAN.NC.gov. Go to it today and you can check out all the flooding statistics that we're looking at right here in the ABC 11 First Alert Weather Center.